Hi there everyone, my name's Wayne, I'm the Armchair Red and welcome to my channel. So today we've got a continuation of game week 35 for the Armchair Prediction Challenge. We've completed the midweek games, now it's only the weekend games left, so we've had a double game week. And as you know, I've been competing against subscriber Lafia Andreas in terms of predictions for game week 35. So just to give you a little bit of an update now that the midweek games are finished, I hold a very slender lead this week. So currently I'm leading game week 35 4 points to 3. So I've had 4 correct results, so Lafi's had 3 correct results. And we have quite a few games this weekend, some big games that have some differentials and of course some action at the bottom of the table. And we've got teams over there that shouldn't be gaining points that are gaining points, teams that should be in form that aren't in form. So I must admit the prediction challenge has become a little bit tricky of late, but let's see how the second part of game week 35 goes. So the first game of this weekend is the big one for us Liverpool fans. Liverpool travel to West Ham after their humiliation at Everton in midweek, basically throwing their title challenge out of the window. All Liverpool can really do now is win their games that they have left and hope Man City and Arsenal slip up, which I don't see happening. So we're basically playing for probably second place at most at the moment. But Alafi's gone for a 1-0 win to Liverpool over here, so he has faith. I also have faith. West Ham haven't been great of late. I do know Liverpool will ship a goal. We seem to be shipping a goal in every single game we play. I've gone for a 3-1 scoreline. We can't continue not putting our chances away because we were wasteful against Everton. We were wasteful against Crystal Palace. There's absolutely no way we can just continue being as wasteful in front of goal as possible. I think Jota needs to start. I think Nunes needs to start on the bench. We need to start putting the ball in the back of the net when we get the chances. So I've gone Liverpool 3-1. Like I said, we will ship a goal, but I've got a feeling we might get 3 today. So I'm banking for that Liverpool win. Next game up for the weekend, we have Fulham against Crystal Palace, a bit of a London derby. Alafi's gone for a 2-0 win to Crystal Palace over here. Crystal Palace are an incredible run at the moment. They won midweek again against Newcastle, brilliant result. Fulham have been a bit up and down, some good results, some average results. The fact that they're playing at Craven Cottage though, I think evens the game out a little bit for me. So Lafi's gone for 2-0 to Crystal Palace in that game. I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to say 2-2. I think the fact that Fulham's playing at home is going to cancel Crystal Palace's form out. And I reckon we're going to have a 2-2 in that game. Next game up for the weekend, Man United against Burnley. Now, over the years, Burnley's always been a bit of a bogey team for Man United. They always seem to pull these absolute cracker goals out of nowhere when they play United. So this one should be interesting. Alafi's gone for a 2-2 draw here. And considering he's an Arsenal fan, so maybe I can understand that prediction. But he's gone 2-2 in this game. I'm not as confident as Alafi is. I think United, although they had a tricky game against Sheffield in midweek where they had to come back and win, I think Man United at home against Burnley, I think we're looking at a 2-0 scoreline in that game. So I don't often go for Man United wins, but I'm going to have to go for a Man United win in this game. So I've gone 2-0. Next game up, Newcastle versus Sheffield United. So also, both teams lost in midweek. I think Newcastle, they lost to Crystal Palace. Sheffield United eventually losing to Man United. Alafi's gone for a 3-1 home win here for Newcastle. I think you're pretty spot on there, Lafi. Newcastle at home against Sheffield United. I think there's going to be goals in this game, but I think the goals are going to hit Newcastle's way. So I'm also gone for a relatively high scoreline in this game. I think Sheffield United might sneak a goal somewhere, but I got a feeling that Newcastle might get 4. So I've gone 4-1 in that game to Newcastle. I reckon they're going to bank the points. They are competing with Man United at the moment, sort of for that 5th, 6th spot in the league in terms of European football. So there's a bit in it for both teams over there. Next game up for the weekend, Wolves versus Luton. So Wolves lost in midweek. Luton didn't play. Wolves at home should be a given. But they've got so many injuries at the moment and their main strikers out that I think that little bit of run they were on at one stage where they were banking a few wins and scoring a good goals. I think I can't see that happening at the moment. Alafi's gone 2-1 to Wolves in this game. I just think with the amount of injuries we saw Wolves against Arsenal, and how much not having Cunha up front affected them, and the fact that they were pretty much lost in midfield. So I think even though they're at home, this is going to be another fence sitter for me. I've gone Wolves 1, Luton 1. I don't see a clear winner in this game. Wolves because of their injuries, and Luton just because they're fighting for survival. I think we're going to get a 1-1 out of that game. Next game up for the weekend, Everton versus Brentford. Everton won their last 2 games. Alafi's gone for a 1-1 scoreline here, which I think is quite interesting. He reckons even though they're in good form and playing at home, Everton going to come away with a draw in this game. My feeling is we'll pretty much fuck Everton to start with. I think they're going to lose. I want them to lose. I don't think Brentford will be as wasteful in front of goal as Liverpool were. I've gone for a 2-1 win to Brentford here. I think Brian Mbeumo, Wisa, Ivan Toney, you name it, they're going to put some goals past Everton. So I'm going for a Brentford win over there. Next game up for the weekend, I think it's quite a big one as well. Aston Villa versus Chelsea, normally quite entertaining games. Villa obviously fighting for that 4th place in the 4th place for Champions League. Alafi's gone for a 2-0 scoreline to Chelsea, yeah? So a 2-0 scoreline to Villa, 2-0 scoreline to Villa. So he reckons Villa are going to take Chelsea at home. I can't disagree with that. I think they're really good at home, which is also a worry because Liverpool still have to go there in one of their remaining games of the season. He's gone 2-0 Villa. I reckon there's going to be goals in this game as well, but I don't think Chelsea's going to get any of them. So I've gone Aston Villa 3, Chelsea 0. I think Chelsea being hammered in midweek might hurt them a little bit, and they're travelling away again. So, 3-0 Aston Villa in that game. I think that's a good 3 points for Villa in their chase for 4th place. Next game of the weekend, Bournemouth versus Brighton. So Bournemouth coming off a win in midweek. A bit of a scrappy win, but a win's a win. Brighton got hammered by Man City. Excuse me. Alafi's gone for a 3-1 away win to Brighton in this game. So that's an interesting call. Bournemouth haven't been on a bad run. I think they were unlucky to lose against United a few weeks ago. They won in midweek. Brighton got a bit hammered. They've also been a bit up and down. You never really know what Brighton team's going to pitch up. So Alafi's gone 3-1 scoreline to Brighton in this game. I'm actually going to go the opposite. I reckon Bournemouth at home are going to be too good for Brighton. I've gone for a 2-1 scoreline. I reckon Bournemouth going to take those 3 points in that game. The next game of the weekend is the big London derby. Tottenham versus Arsenal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. In terms of London derbies, I don't think it gets bigger than this. This is the North London derby. And as you know, and we as Liverpool fans saw in midweek, anything can happen in a derby game. When I did my running video a few weeks ago in terms of how I saw the fixtures panning out towards the end of the season, I actually had Arsenal dropping points in this game. Because, like I said, anything can happen. Alafi's gone for a 2-1 scoreline to Arsenal in this game, so he reckons Arsenal's going to pick up the 3 points. I think if Arsenal do take 3 points in this game, Liverpool, obviously we know their championship will be goodbye. I don't see it like that. I see Spurs taking points off Arsenal. Ideally, I'd like them to take 3 points off Arsenal, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I see them taking 2 points off Arsenal. So I'm going for a 1-1 scoreline in this game. I think the fact that it's a derby is going to cancel things out. Spurs haven't been great of late, but they always seem to lift themselves when they play Arsenal. So, that's definitely going to be a game I'm looking forward to because I'll be wearing my Tottenham hat for that game. And then the last game of the weekend, we've got Nottingham Forest at home to Man City. Bit of a tricky one. Forest, not a bad team. Still questions around whether they are in the relegation fight. They are, but there's points deductions, appeals, and all sorts of stuff going on at the moment. Regardless of where they sit in the table, I think Man City are going to be too strong for them. They are just on literally a locomotive at the moment that can't be stopped. So Alafi's gone 4-0 to Manchester City in this game. 4-0 away win to Manchester City in this game, yes. I've also gone for the away win for Man City. I don't think Forest are going to get any goals either, but I've gone 3-0 to Man City. So a few differentiators in terms of our predictions for the rest of game week 35. Alafi needs to make up their point to break level. I'd love to extend my lead both for this week and for the overall challenge. We do have some differentials in terms of the game, so there has to be a clear winner and a clear second place, let me call it, in this week's challenge. So I'm really looking forward to that. Guys, let me know what you think of the predictions. I think it's a tricky weekend to predict based on current form of different teams. But, well, we've put our scores out there. We've put our results out there. Let's see what happens. Let me know what you think about it. Drop a comment for the video. If you want to submit predictions for the next Game Week Challenge, please do me a favor. There will be an email address in the description of the video. Otherwise, you can drop me an email at armchairredtv.com, armchairredtv.com. Sorry, man, armchairredtv@gmail.com. Let me know what your thoughts are. Send me some predictions for next week. We're coming towards the end of the season. It's the big run-in. There's going to be some big games. So let me know what you think. Guys, that's everything from me today. Please enjoy the rest of Game Week 35. I think there's going to be some cracking games this weekend. You must please all look after yourselves. Armchair Red, out.